Hello, this is a short video for the warm-ups and stretches that we recommend doing before the Qigong practice. Also, you are highly recommended to try them out without necessarily having to do Qigong, but just on their own, because they're very simple and very effective. Now, this routine has basically two purposes, or more than two, but let's say we start with two. One of them is the maintenance of your musculoskeletal body, making the joints open, stretching the muscles and tendons, and so on and so forth. So literally looking after the body, if we don't move it, we lose it, they say. The other part is the mind, and these days we have a lot of people a lot of the time spend in their heads. So it's very good to have a familiar stretching routine to bring your mind into the body. And that is a very crucial point in doing these exercises, in these stretches and warm-up routines, is that they shouldn't be empty movements. They should be very mindful movements, and your mind should be in the area that you're working on. Your mind should be actively involved, and not intensely, but actively being absorbed into the tissues, muscles, nerves and tendons and whatnot. Everything you can feel stretching and moving, that's where your mind should be more and more at all time. Okay, let's start. We just stand very naturally and we close the eyes for a minute or so, and we just breathe. Don't change your breath, just breathe very naturally. Bring your awareness into the body. Okay, and we begin by bringing our head down. Let the head hang down, relax everything. The gravity is pulling your head down now. And then slowly and gently move your head to one side, to the shoulder. You can go slightly over the shoulder if you like. And then slowly and very mindfully move your head to the other shoulder. And again, we roll the head to the other side. So here we're letting gravity to do the work for us. The more we relax, the more it stretches. And we don't need to push our head. We just need to be very mindful. And if you feel any area that is tense, you just release it, and that itself creates more openness and a bit more stretch as well. Now you may want to stop over one shoulder a bit longer. And then to the other side again. And again, you may want to stay a bit longer over a shoulder, letting everything open a bit more. Then we roll ourselves to the center where we started. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, come out. So this is exercise number 1. Exercise number 2, we still are on the neck area. We gently tuck the chin in, very little. Chin in a little bit. Bring your awareness into the neck, and then turn, slowly and mindfully turn from the neck to one side, with your chin slightly inward. And you'll feel all these muscles, tendons and fibers and nerves and fascia pulling on one side. This is where your mind should rest. Then we turn to the other side. Again, our mind is resting in the neck. And again, we turn. This particular exercise is best done very slowly and very mindfully. You should not force your neck. You should listen to your neck. Listen to where is it tensing, and see if by applying awareness and attention to it, you can let go and stretch a bit more. And once more to the other side. Great. And we come back to the center. So this was for the neck. Next one is shoulders. And we do shoulder rolls frontwards. So we start rolling our shoulders, making circles with the shoulders frontwards. And once you get the flow going, you bring your awareness to your scapulas. So rest your mind on the scapulas. It's often so that the scapulas get a bit stuck to the spine and they're not easy to move around. So this exercise is very much focusing on the mobility of your scapulas. So our mind, our awareness is resting on the area of scapulas, making these slow, rhythmic, stretching, pulling circles. Great. And then we repeat the exercise and we roll the shoulders backwards. So as we roll them backwards, as you roll backwards, the scapulas almost come together. The shoulder blades almost touch each other, and then you come down, come around, roll around, and as you bring them backwards, the scapulas again come closer together. And very soon you may notice that this exercise creates little stretches and pulls, not only in the scapular area, but even in the front of the chest, the lower back. That's all very good. The more we can listen to the movement inside our body, the better, but the focal point should be the scapulas. Once more. Great. Now we interlock the fingers and we press the hands upwards, palms facing up. Then we turn to one side, making sure that our knees don't wobble, our knees stay where they are, and we look over the shoulders. With our eyes, we look over the shoulders, and then come back to the center and look up, turn to the other side, and again, look over your shoulder as far as you can see. Come back to the center and look up. Twist to the other side with your knees moving. Now take a deep breath in this posture. And back to the center, looking up. And twist to the other side. Look over your shoulder. Take a deep breath here. Maybe push the hands up a bit more. Palms facing up. And come to the center. Then a few times we pull our hands backwards. Gentle stretch here. Great. So we have worked our neck, we have worked our shoulders. The next part is we're going to be working our middle body here, this area, and opening the ribs and abdominal area. So the first one we do is we push our body slightly to the side and we focus on the area between the hips and the rib cage. And we create a little stretch here. You may want to release more, you may want to play with it until you can feel a clear stretch in between the hips and the rib cage. Then we start to roll that and we keep that stretch. Now my stretch is in my back. Then we roll it. Now it's to the side. Now the side is stretching. Now it's to the front. The abdominal muscles are all pulling. Now it's to the side. You don't have to move your hands as I am. I'm just trying to indicate where the stretch flows. Now it's in your back again. Rolling out to the other side. Now it's my other side stretching again. Front and side again. You may want to rest your hands either on your hips or in front of you. Doesn't really matter. Now our head can move whilst we do this a bit, but not too much. So don't make the movement with your head going up and down, up and down. It's more that your awareness and the stretch is in the area between rib cage and hips. Now, you don't have to do this movement fast. You can do it slightly fast if you like, for your reference. There is no fixed speed here. You can play around a bit slower, a bit faster. But the mind is resting in an area that is being stretched. Now we change sides. Always do both sides. And try to do both sides about the equal length of time. This particular exercise, most of them actually are almost like daily things. But this one in particular, highly recommended to be done daily. Just to keep this space here nice and strong and healthy. So our mind rolls from the front to the side, to the back, around the back to the other side, and then again to the front, to the side, to the back. Great. Then we straighten ourselves. Now we have one stretch for the intercostal muscles, the rib cage and the side specifically. We stand naturally. We bring one arm up, turn the palm up from the height of shoulder, bring the arm up, and then from your waist you just slide downwards, and then you let your bottom hand loose, let your head loose, and the top hand loose, and let the gravity do the stretching here. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, come out of the stretch. With this one, always come out of the stretch as you breathe out, just to prevent any injuries or misalignments. It's easier to come out as you breathe out. Okay, other side, breathing in, hand comes up. When the hand reaches head level, breathe out. You can also use the other hand to support. If it's difficult, you can use this hand as a support to come down. But then when you are down here, you can let it go. Let the head go, let the top hand go, let everything hang. And make sure you're not hanging to the front, you're hanging to the side. So your body goes to the side. Don't lean front and side, it's just to the side. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, come out. We'll do once more each side. Breathe in. When your hand reaches the shoulder level, turn the palm up. When your hand reaches above your head, start twisting. You can use the other hand to support. When you reach down, let go of the bottom hand, let go of the head, let go of the top hand. Stay as long as you like. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, come up. And the hand, when it reaches shoulder level, palm turns down again and comes down. So, very mindful movement. A very simple stretch. We don't have to really learn many movements here, but very, very mindful movement. We breathe in, the hand comes up, it reaches shoulder level, palm turns up, we still breathe in. When the hand reaches up, we slide down, breathe out. Relax the bottom hand, relax the neck and head, relax the top hand. Breathe in. As you breathe out, come up. Bring the hand down the same way. When it reaches the shoulder level, turn the palm down and bring the hand down. Great. Okay. Now we're slowly working ourselves from neck to shoulders to the waist down. So we have one exercise to bring us more down, and that is very much for the spine. So what we do, I'll show you sideways. You don't have to go sideways, but I'll show sideways. We are bringing the head down first, and vertebra by vertebra, we slide down with your mind being in the spine. Now it's not stretching down as far and as low as you can go. It's relaxing down. If you can only go this high, perfect, no problem. If you can go a bit lower, that's fine, but don't push. Relax. Relax. Let the head hang freely. And then, when you're ready, you bring your awareness into the coccyx, tailbone, and then vertebra by vertebra, you bring yourself up. All the way to the head. Now, there is an important placement of the awareness in this movement. So I'll try to illustrate this. If this is my spine, and this is the back of my spine, and my body is here, then when we go down, our awareness is on the outside of the spine. From top down, we bend down to the tailbone, awareness is here. Now as we come up, we bring our awareness to the front of the spine, inside of the torso. And from the inside, we open up as we come up. In that way, both sides of the spine get opened more, rather than just focusing on the back. Please do, when you go down, you go from the back, and when you come up, your awareness opens up from the inside of the body, from the front of the spine. Okay, let's try this together. I'll do once sideways and once frontways. So, we bring our awareness into the head, back of the neck. We bring the head down. We release the neck. Release the upper shoulder area, and we slowly, vertebra by vertebra, we try to feel each part. We come down, we'll feel the tailbone. You don't have to stretch down as low as possible. We hang there. Then we bring the awareness into the lower spine, the tailbone, and from the inside, from the front of the spine, we open up. do once more. I'll do facing you. We go down. Awareness is on the back of the spine, letting everything open. Now here you can try with your knees even slightly bent, because you need your knees slightly bent as you come up. So you have the option here to straighten your knees and you get a bit more stretch, or keep them bent and you'll get a bit more stretch in your spine. Suppose both ways are fine, there's a slight difference, so you can try it with your knees locked or with your knees slightly bent but awareness in the spine. Certainly as you're coming up, you need your knees maybe slightly bent or at least unlocked. So this time we unlock the knees a bit, bring the awareness to the inside of the body, front of the spine, and unroll vertebra by vertebra. Great. This particular exercise is highly recommended to be done first thing in the morning. As soon as you step out of bed, within the first minute or 2 or 3, try doing this and do it for a while and you will notice the difference. It's very, very helpful exercise as you get out of the bed. Anyhow, we'll keep going now. The next one, we'll move closer to the ground. We take a wide step. This is called horse stance, so you can imagine yourself riding on a horse. That's about the width. We want to make sure that our feet are roughly parallel, but definitely not splayed out. So parallel is ideal, because that itself creates a stretch already that is strengthening and pulling and tugging the right lines in the body. And also knees not inwards, toes not inwards, but the toes and feet should be parallel and not splayed out. Okay, then we come down slowly like so. We put the elbows inside the knees and thighs, and we just come into this position. You may want to adjust how is needed, so you have the right stretch space here. Too close not good, too wide not good, so you'll find out your right space. And then we wiggle around a bit. We move, we open, and then we relax. We actively relax these groin area and thighs, and let the gravity increase the stretch. So relax, relax. As you relax more, you will stretch more. Okay, slowly we straighten ourselves, coming up. Then we come down, we put our hands on the knees, insides of the knees, and we turn the spine like you wring a cloth or towel, a wet towel. So here the stretch is from up and down, from tailbone to the head, but also sideways. Breathe in, come to the middle. Breathe out. Stretch the other side. Breathe in, come to the middle. Breathe out, the other side. Breathe in, come to the middle. Breathe out, stretch to the other side. Breathe in, middle, and then straighten again. So just a few times we do this, make our legs a bit more engaged and strong, stretch the spine, and then the next one we come back to the same stance, And then we turn one foot to one side, the other foot also with our body facing that side, and the other foot, maybe the ankle comes off the floor, and we stretch downwards like so. And we want to make sure that the knee does not go over the toes. So don't stretch like this. That will damage your knees eventually. So we want to make sure that the knee is in a natural position, right on top of the foot. Also, don't have it too far back. So the position is about here. And relax, let the gravity pull you down. And then with the help of your hands, we straighten and we turn to the other side and we repeat. We bring the back heel off the floor and we sit into the front, and it stretches all these muscles under here. And we come out of it. Okay, back to our stance. The next one is a sideways stretch. We want to use the help of our hand to make sure that we don't damage anything. And only if you can go down. If not, then you go as far as you can. But if you can go down, you sit on the one foot, whichever one it is. And you want to make sure that the knee is not over to either side. It's above your leg to prevent any injuries and misalignments. This is the natural position of the leg. This is not natural. Putting a lot of weight here can create damage. Also, if you find it difficult to get into this stance, what you can do is you can just squat. So if you can squat, then all you do is you put one of the feet out, like so. So here, we make small movements, and then with our hands on the floor, we move to the other side. Again, making sure that the knee is above the leg. Again, you can make small movements, tug it open a bit more, and then we move again to the other side. Only if you can get yourself to the floor, you can also bring the toes off the ground. You can make circular movements here. You can bring the foot down. You can grab both of the feet. You can bring your whole torso closer to the floor, but supporting with the elbow here, making sure that the knee doesn't come off the right placement. And then again, we move to the other side. If you are on the floor, if you're higher here, that's perfectly fine. You're working your way down, then don't do the next bits. But if you are down already, you bring the toes off the floor, make little wiggles and circles both ways. And then you can also stretch like so. Okay, then we come to the center and we stand up. Good, isn't it? Then we have one for the knees. We just put our hands on the knees and we make 3 circles each side, breathing in with the first one. Hold your breath with the second one. Breathe out with the third. Change direction, breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Change the direction, in. Hold. Out. Change direction, in. Hold. Out. change direction. In, hold, out. Once more, in, hold, and out. Great. Standing up, relax. Now we have one more powerful exercise, more tonifying. We again come to the hips, the horse stance, feet parallel. We bring our hands, and its legs are not straight, legs are slightly bent, as if you would ride a horse, hence the horse stance, ma bu. We bring our hands up, and we push the palms out. So here we relax, and we open the palms, we open the fingers, we open everything. Now we bring our awareness to our shoulder, and we open the shoulder, open the joint. Then we bring our awareness to the elbow, and we open the elbow. Then we bring our awareness to the wrist, and we open the wrist, open the palm. You want to do this regularly. It's a really good way to stretch the hands open from inside. A really important part of this doing this exercise successfully is being able to breathe deeply. Relax your shoulders and push as if you would be pushing the two sides of the universe. In fact, one of the names for this exercise is push the two sides of the universe. So you're pushing into infinity. Deep abdominal breathing. Relax the shoulders. Push. 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 Okay, and slowly we come in. You get the gist of the exercise? You do it on yourself, maybe up to 5 minutes. Start with a minute, then 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, and 5 minutes. Challenge yourself. Can you do this 5 minutes? And do it in front of the mirror, and you'll notice that very quickly and very easily your shoulders will tense and you go up. So gradually over time, as you release your shoulders, everything opens up. And this is an exercise that belongs to the group of Tao Yin exercises, which are designed to guide pathogenic stagnating qi out of the body. And as you open your palms, that stagnating qi can move out. So QiGong is very much building the qi. Tao Yin is very much guiding and pulling the qi out. So this exercise carries this principle that we are actively pushing something out. But you don't have to imagine anything. You just stay with your breath and relaxing your shoulders, opening the joint, opening the joint, opening the joint, and pushing. And yeah, start with a minute, work your way to 5 minutes. I guarantee you it's a very good way to build willpower as well, because it can be quite uncomfortable. So please give it a go and do it regularly, a couple of times a week, and see how it affects you. Okay, now we are down to tapping. We'll start with tapping with the fingers, and with the fingers we tap our skull, tapping the entire skull. Side of the skull, top of the skull, back of the skull, even the top part of your neck, where the neck and skull meet, tap there. Boldly tap, and you're tapping with your fingers. Okay, then the next one, we take the hand, either of the hands, and we make the shape like this, like moon crescent. So not straight, not in a fist either, I guess, but in a shape like a moon. And we start by tapping on the neck. And then we tap on the shoulder, on a hand, a bit more on this area, turn around, and a bit more in the elbow, inside the elbow. Then underneath the armpit, then the side of the ribs. Then we tap the other side, the neck first, then the shoulder, then the hand. A bit longer here, inside of the elbow, underneath the armpit, and side of the rib. Okay, then we tap the lower back. We can first actually massage the lower back. You can also massage the lower back with your fists, knuckles, and you can tap them with your fists and knuckles as well. Then we move down to the side of the waist. Now a bit longer on the side of the knees, then down, and then we come up from the inside of the legs. Again, a bit longer inside of the knees, and then a bit longer on the groin area. Great. A little tapping is always a really wonderful way to end your session, also a good way to begin your session. And sometimes you can just do the tapping without doing any of the other things, especially if you're cold. The tapping has an effect to bring the blood close to the skin, so it has an opening and warming effect. Though make sure that once you do this type of tapping and this sort of warm-ups, you don't get wind or cold exposure. And now we come down to our last exercise. We close down. Closing down, very simple. We turn the palms out, breathe in, bring your hands up to the level of your hair, palms facing down. And as we breathe out, we scan with our awareness inside our body as per the level of our hand movement. So this is the height here. And as our hands come down, the awareness keeps going down. The leg, the calf, the foot down to the ground. So then we repeat, breathe in. When we breathe in, we don't have to bring any awareness up, but when we breathe, when we come down, we bring the awareness down. Relaxing and bringing the awareness down. Once more, breathing in, and breathing out. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope it is useful to you, and I hope you'll learn something valuable and give all of these exercises a go. Maybe the last thing I'd like to say is that all the exercises I showed in this video, what we did would be the minimum that you spend on these exercises, but you can always spend a bit longer. And ideally, you never do these exercises in wind exposure because you're opening up everything. You can do some of them, surely, in a covered parts, but with the neck, be very careful not to do it when it's really windy outside because you're really opening everything up, and if the wind hits you, it can have a detrimental effect. Other than that, have fun and enjoy. Thank you very much.